Hello, kitties, and it looks like it's time for some more spooktacular fun. That's right, so to go with Spoopy Month, I know I haven't seen you guys all month, and I've been doing creepypastas, and I've been here, but I've been doing video game playthroughs, and you guys haven't actually seen me all month. Here I am. I just got back from my vacation at Myrtle Beach yesterday, and I figure it's time for a little bit of vlogging, and what better to go with Spoopy Month than some interesting, very interesting articles. And article we're going to be doing today are 5 real-life zombie viruses. Are you guys ready for this? Are you ready for these real-life zombie viruses? Pheocordyceps. Okay, the first real-life zombie virus is Pheocordyceps. Pheocordyceps. I think, yeah, that seems like how you say it. This one is, they're all really creepy, but this is it's an external parasite. It's a parasitic fungus that invades the brain and corrupts it. And invades and corrupts insects is what it does. It creates zombie insects, and they lose their functions. They lose control of their functions because of this fungus. It's really terrifying, actually. So it gets in a position high above the detritus, which is a covered floor in the African rainforest. And the spores from the fungus infect insects like ants, and they rewire their behavior. So it goes in their brain and rewires the way they are. So instead of following their instructions and going out and getting food and do what they do in the hive, these ants will climb up to a stalk and hang on the underside of a leaf, right about 10 inches above the rainforest floor. And the spores from the fungus will kill the ant and use the body to grow a tendril out of its head. And after a few weeks, the fungus fully grows and releases its own spore and repeats the cycle. So basically, it wipes out like an entire colony of ants just by infecting a few ants, growing, and then infecting more ants and more ants and more ants. These zombie spores were actually the basis of the post-apocalyptic video game The Last of Us, which is a great game, and if you haven't played it yet, I suggest you do, because it's incredible. I love the game. It's very beautiful. Toxoplasma Gondii. Alright, the second one is Toxoplasma Gondii, which is another parasite that overrides its host and basically zombifies it. So it infects any warm-blooded mammal, and yes, we are warm-blooded mammals as humans. The Toxoplasma Gondii, it usually is known to alter the behavior of rodents, but as we all know, we test on rodents to see what works on humans. So this one, watch out, could end up affecting humans. So just keep that in mind. Hope that fuels your nightmares. So in order to reproduce this cycle, the parasite ends up in the intestines of the cat family. So it goes inside the rodent, right? And changes the rodent's mind to, be less scared of cats, so that the cats will eat it and the rat, doesn't run away, right? So it's telling the, the rat's brain is like, eat me, eat me, eat me. And so, yeah. So, Yeah. It's really creepy because rats will go towards the cat because the parasite will wind its brain to be attracted to cat urine, which is sick. And basically it sexually reproduces inside the cat's intestines, but it can also asexually reproduce in any warm-blooded mammal. So there's a very good chance that human has this. It's actually estimated that 1/3 of the global population is infected with Toxoplasma Gondii. And the number is being generally higher in the Western world, which is, Canada, the US, all of us. There's no abnormal effects on humans yet, but some studies have suggested that hosts are more likely to develop neurological disorders such as schizophrenia. So if this thing becomes stronger, we could all end up like zombies because it's already affecting a third of us. Yeah. Hymenoptemesis agraphega. Number 3 is Hymenoptemesis agraphega. Don't listen to the way I pronounce this shit. Please. Okay. So this one infects orb weaver spiders. This is interesting. So the Hyma argafrida whatever is a Costa Rican parasitic wasp, and it adapts into the spider's behavior in a disturbing way. So the adult female will sting the orb weaver spider, and paralyze it, and then will lay its eggs into the spider's abdomen. Right? Okay. Take a mental image of that. I'm sure you wanted that. Then the wasp flies away, and the spider recovers. And then the eggs hatch, and the larva attaches to the spider and sucks its blood out. And after a few weeks, it injects the host with a unknown chemical. It's right now an unknown chemical, and it alters the behavior of the spider. And it affects the brain of the spider, of course, making it change the way it makes its webs. So it spins its webs different. So the spider begins to weave a cocoon for the larva, and it encompasses itself in this cocoon. The larva will just devour the spider continuously, developing into an adult wasp and heading outside the cocoon that the spider has made, and then will go and sting more spiders and, keep that process going. So it basically turns the spider into a wasp by eating the spider away and the wasp growing. Those poor spiders. Horsehair worm. Our 4th is the horsehair worm, which is not a pretty sight. The horsehair worm, or Nematomorpha, I'm pretty sure I said that right, is another parastoid animal, which creates, of course, a zombie insect host. The worms are free living, and they hang around damp areas like watering troughs, swimming pools, streams, puddles. I can't talk today. And their larvae are parasitic, and they need to reach water in order to mature and grow. So in order to do this, a horsehair worm invades the body of a host insect, which is often a grasshopper, and it makes the grasshopper suicidal. It compels it to find water and drown itself so that the larva gets to the water environment that it needs. So then the host is eaten by, like fish or whatever in the water, and the worms survive the process of being eaten. So the worms are still in this grasshopper. The grasshopper gets eaten by the fish. The worms survive being eaten inside this grasshopper by the fish and escape the fish through any available orifice they can find. Now, these also have been known to affect humans. It's very rare, but these also infect humans. There's no documented case of the infected humans trying to eat brains or drown themselves, though, so, I mean, that's a good thing. But they do, infect humans. Ugh. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. Alright, this last virus is a disease with a very hard name to pronounce, but I'm going to try anyway, because that's what I've been doing this entire video. It's a Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. It's mad cow disease. Okay? It's mad cow disease. Right? So the virus for mad cow disease also infects humans. So it creates a debilitating condition which alters the physical and mental behavior of the victim, as we all know, especially if you were alive in 1990s Great Britain, or if you were alive, as in the past 10 years here in the United States. Mad cow disease has been a thing that has been affecting cows and humans. So the disease is caused by misfolded proteins, and they replicate themselves, converting the normal proteins into misfolded ones as well. So it leads to neurodegeneration within the brain tissue, and it develops like holes and a spongy consistency in your brain. The mad cow disease doesn't, lead to violent behavior, but, the symptoms are similar to that of, comic book zombies. So while you're not trying to eat people's brains, the infected have a progressive dementia, memory loss, hallucinations, personality changes including like depression, paranoia, psychosis, and it's also accompanied by physical problems like slurred speech, jerky movements, balance problems, changes in gait, posture, involuntary movements. Don't worry about that. Unfortunately, it is incurable and leads to death within 6 months. Longer cases have been documented, but it leads to death within about 6 months. So, mad cow disease also is known as Kuru disease. It's a type of variant of mad cow, and it's been blamed on wiping out a cannibalistic tribe in Papua New Guinea, actually. And the eating of brains wasn't caused by the disease, but it was how it was rapidly spread. So in cannibalistic tribes, if somebody has the disease and was eating brains, that's how it was spread even more rapidly. Because one way of spreading it is to be associated with is through the consumption of infected meat, like the humans who got it from eating the cows that had the mad cow disease, or the cows that were being fed other cows that had the disease. So could a zombie apocalypse actually happen? Terrifyingly, yes. That's actually really scientific, and that scares me. I don't know if it scares the rest of you. It should. That scares me. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this cute little top 5 factoid about zombies. Watch yourselves out there, because it is a scary world. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here for Spoopy Month. I hope you're enjoying Spoopy Month, and I hope you enjoyed that zombie countdown. I love you guys very, very much. Mwah. Let me see if I can get a heart thing. It's been so long since I actually used this. Where are my stamps? Stamps! What do you guys want? A parasitic zombie yellowy flesh heart? How about that? Does that work? The yellowy fish. Pale, super pale. How about that one? Yeah. Yeah. I'm really creepy. Bye.